Greetings, fandom. My name is Andre, and I have returned with a new video to present to you. Uh, there have been quite a few posts or a few petitions that I have seen that call to hashtag block SIM card reg. Like, it's about this registration act wherein citizens where I'm from have to register the designated SIM cards that are found on their phones. And the way that I saw like some of the articles that I've come across once I discovered through the hashtag, one of the objectives of having implemented this law is to like reduce the spam, phishing, and scammers that are all around that are all around here on the network, that can just feel free to just message you, especially that one time when many people have received many messages about people who were asking for jobs, but it turns out it was just a huge scam by them. And so here I am trying to see the pros and cons of this law over here. And my stand on this is that this should not be a thing. All right, like, I personally think there are other ways. There are other ways to mitigate the spammers and the scammers that are all around trying to message us. All right, that's up to them to figure out. I don't exactly know how the fuck they're gonna do it, but there are other ways, or so there should be. All right, here I have presented a pair of SIM cards in my photo that I have posted on my other social media accounts. Like, just to let you know, I am now unbanned. After 2 fucking months of being restricted, I am free. And I hope I don't get that same treatment again. So anyway, yeah. These are the 2 SIM cards that I've purchased earlier today. These are branded Globe and TM, which means Touch Mobile. Both of them are brands of Globe Telecom, and I've seen their official statement regarding the SIM card registration act. They have said that they truly and they totally support the idea of this, because they want to keep all of the accounts that are placed in that SIM card to be as authentic as possible. Because what if there were some people who just decide to like buy some SIM cards just to like spread and scam people? And that's what they probably did anyway. Like, they probably just bought a bunch of SIM cards with themselves, and then they just mass forwarded that to people. And I don't even fucking know how they get those numbers, man. Like, that's another thing that should be worth noting. All right, because like a few months back, I have received quite a lot of them. Quite a lot of those messages. I was like, I did not apply for this. So, yeah, here it is. And, good thing that, like, I managed to, like, purchase these, before the said law even gets implemented or takes effect, as of the moment that I speak. Because, like, from what I've read rather on those paragraphs, like, you have to present a valid ID or a government issued ID just to purchase these bad boys. Like, the SIM card that is still packed here is not yet activated and will only be done so upon registering your your real name that is presented on your valid ID. All right, and here I'm going to start bringing up the reason why I do not want this. All right, like as much as I first saw the the good side of this law, one of the few things that were mentioned is that I first heard of this law, the SIM card registration act, like a few months back, like I think almost last year. All right, and from what I first heard of it was that you can now transfer networks. Like let's say your current brand is Globe. You can transfer from Globe to Smart or Globe to Ditto with but you still retain that same number. Like you can still use the number that you have, that you are currently using on your device. It's just that it's not the the network. It's not the same network as it used to be. All right, that's what I heard. All right, that's how I understood it. But then they decide to like change a few things there. But like the fact that you have to uh insert your identity. Like yes, I know SIM means subscriber identity module. But like come on, man. I know of the fact that like as we uh as we scroll around, just to lurk around through the internet, like we everyone has the right to hide or to conceal their identities. That's what I do to my followers all the time when I allow them to message me on Curious Cat or Secret Message, and oddly enough, only a few people fucking message me there. So if you're watching this, please do that. My point is like there's this option that I give there. Like I don't give a fuck who you are, but I will give a shit about what you say, and I will respond to you in those messages. You can message me anonymously. If you message me, you have the choice to like just reveal, just conceal your identity or have it revealed. That's entirely up to you, because I will give them that right. Everyone has that right. Like in my case, like I have exercised, I have exercised like the will to express myself, because I have that right to express myself, even though it will get me a lot of backlash simply because it's something that I have said on the internet. Like that is something that I still have the right to say, because I have the right to express myself. I have just expressed myself. Who the fuck are you to just suddenly barge in and tell me not to say a few things? That's something very much like that. Like as much as I have the right to express myself, I also have the right to conceal my identity. But I'm not gonna do that because I'm not a fucking pussy. Not like many of those guys out there who try to shit on me in the first place. And to those people who are exercising that right to conceal their identities, the right to anonymity, the right to remain anonymous, that's their right. You have to respect that. Like all I can say when it comes to those people who are shitting me on those messages, I'm just here being like, I don't know who the fuck you are, but that is disrespectful. That's all I say. All right? Like it could literally be anyone. It could be my best friend, it could be a very close friend of mine, it could be an internet friend of mine, or it could literally just be a stranger who wants to be me. And so they destroy me, they demoralize me because they want to be me. All right? But my point is like despite them just constantly shitting on me every now and then, they have the right to conceal their identity. All right? Because that's what I do. I try to respect. That's I like if you respect my freedom of expression to express the things that I don't like, then I respect your freedom of anonymity to remain anonymous. Okay? Respect begets respect. And this law right here, SIM Card Registration Act, it could potentially expose these people from their anonymity, which is something that I do not want. All right? Uh, and to those of you who are still trying to conceal yourselves through despite all of those very weird things that they're doing, that you're doing, especially to my moots on Twitter, like, your days of being anonymous could be numbered because of this law. Like, you are obliged to register your respective SIM cards, and I'm just very grateful that I was very much still able to purchase myself like a pair of these. All right, and there are many of those very creative people as well who had exercised their right to remain anonymous by using pen names. I'm going to give a few shoutouts for now. Deco, Ariga, FG Frost 7, uh, their respective alternate accounts. Decrow, T-Trum, yeah, so like the gaming side of Twitter that have decided to use these pen names and not their actual names. You guys stay awesome. Continue what you guys are like doing at your very best, because people who remain anonymous where I'm from are at risk of being revealed, are at risk of being exposed, or being shown of their true identity, and that is what I try to avoid. That's what I don't want to happen. All right. All I can say is people have the right to hide who they are, no matter what it is they do. There are other ways to mitigate the phishing, the trolling, the spamming. There has to be another way. Please figure it out. Block SIM card reg. That is all I'm gonna say here.